The X-Files is a show that's been going on for quite some time. Some say the X-Files might have the most predictive program out of any show. Now, I've never really been a fan of any show, and I haven't seen too many X-Files shows, but I've covered a bunch of them recently, especially when the show came back, talking about, of course, the uploading into the virtual world where people's consciousnesses live forever, and then they become self-aware and they want out and they want to destroy the quantum computers. A lot of unbelievable predictive programming with the show. And this, to me, is probably the best episode that I've seen. So we'll review it together. But I want you to take a look at these scenes merged together. Of course, keep an eye on some of the dialogue in there, like creating something, a matrix, watching how, I mean, this is about, of course, aliens, aka demons. This is about them. And well, it's just really interesting stuff. And they talk a lot about carbon. So check it out.
Carbon. Pure carbon. I don't know what that get into his bloodstream.
How is it working as a poison?
Oh, that shouldn't be.
I'm just rattling away in solution.
It's just this other. Did you see that?
Did you just touch the neck?
No, I didn't.
You just multiplied. Look. You just did it again.
Zooming in. What the hell are they?
Dr. Plant?
What is it?
I think I found it. I think I found what the carbon's doing. It's not just reproducing itself. It has behavior. It's creating something, a matrix stimulated by blood flow in response to movement. It's multiplying, then solidifying in an orderly fashion. It's building valves or dams in the vascular system.
It's building a heart attack.
Dr. Plant? You doing blood work on a Walter Skinner?
Yes.
I just heard on the radio there's a Walter Skinner who's been picked up by paramedics at a parking garage downtown.
Where are they taking him?
DC General.
Cassandra, you were found in a train car. You've been operated on by doctors.
Yes, that's right.
And these are the doctors who cured you?
No, the aliens cured me. The doctors were working with the aliens. That's what I wanted to tell you.
What?
I told you that the aliens were here to do good and that I was being used as an oracle to spread the word. Well, now I know what the aliens are here for, and it isn't good.
What are they here for?
To wipe us off the planet. They're taking over the universe. They're infecting all other life forms with a black substance called purity. It's their life force. It's what they're made of.
It's the virus, the black oil.
But Cassandra, the doctors weren't infected. They were burned.
By another race of aliens. A rebel force that are mutilating their faces so that they won't be infected.
So that was pretty interesting, right? Talking about carbon, watching it mutate, and they're really cool. What a great writing on the show, right? That's what I wanted to do the video. Talk about the writing, really impressive. And then, of course, at the end, you talk about the destruction of the human race, that the demons, were here to do good, but really, the demons are here to destroy, to wipe us off the planet. That's what the woman says at the end. So, I mean, the aliens. Did I say demons? I must have misspoken. Right. They used to call them demons when Aleister Crowley was, summoning them. And then he said, one day they'll be called something else. And I wonder if that could be aliens. Of course, that's exactly what it is. Now, for those of you wondering, they were talking about carbon, right? And I was just thinking, wow, that's really neat, right? What great writing about carbon. Look at them. Look at the carbon. Recently, I heard something about carbon atoms, and I figured I'd put this clip in there and let you guys see for yourselves.
Carbon is an essential element of life and is also one of the most abundant elements on Earth. Carbon occupies a place in the second row of the periodic table, right above silicon. A single carbon atom consists of 6 protons, 6 or 7 neutrons, and 6 electrons. A well-known example of carbon is the tip of pencils. The tip of pencils consists of graphite, which refers to a collection of carbon atoms, layers of carbon atoms. Each layer of the carbon atoms form a honeycomb structure, which is called graphene.
Right, so that's you're getting like a science lesson within a TV show. So it's crazy. What wonderful writing. They don't make shows like this anymore, do they, folks? I mean, I don't know what else I could possibly say at this point, right? Because, you don't want it to be too obvious when they're watching you 24/7. But they said, I think I found what the carbon's doing was one of the lines in that scene. And then you just saw the scene with the 6, of course, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, which is pretty interesting. And what it was doing, the carbon in there, is it was mutating and growing within somebody, right? So the aliens or demons, I should say, were mutating with humans. So interesting stuff. The X-Files is always bringing you real creative writing. There's nothing going on that could they must just pull these types of storylines out of their rear ends. There's such wonderful writing and so much realism in it. So much amazing science fiction in it. Boy, you just wonder where they get the stories like this and why there's so much predictive programming. And then, of course, one of my favorite lines in the scene was, how in the world would they get that into his bloodstream? I have no idea. No idea how they could have got it into that guy's bloodstream in the TV show. You guys have any ideas how the guy in the TV show could have possibly gotten it into his bloodstream? Boy, it's a great mystery, isn't it? He would have had to done something to get it in his bloodstream. But that's the X-Files for you, always leaving the mystery open for you to observe and to try to figure out on your own. So the X-Files, ladies and gentlemen, showing you all this stuff. Oh boy, what a show, right? My review for the show, of course, this is a video review of the TV show, The X-Files. I give it 2 thumbs down. 2 thumbs down. I don't like what they're doing here. I'm sure you guys agree.